Gigantic heads into open beta, Paragon launches its big revamp, all that and more. I'm Zach Sharps and this is Free to Play Weekly. First up in the news this week, Motiga's long-awaited free-to-play battler Gigantic finally entered open beta. The beta is available on both the Xbox One and the Windows Store for Windows 10 users. Players in North America and Western Europe can now get in on the action, which features cross-play between console and PC players. Tried playing the game myself and was greeted with a queue simulator that lasted 30 minutes, as kept queuing, entering the loading screen to enter the game, and just got booted out because disconnections. Once in a game though, I played 2 of them, and they were alright, I had fun. But then I started dominating on my third and was disconnected mid-game. Not the best first impressions you can have, but if they fix the servers, I might find myself hopping into it from time to time. Have you tried out Gigantic? Leave me your first impressions down below. Need another free-to-play shooter in your life? Well, the latest entry comes from Game, who recently revived ELOA and is now taking Black Spot Entertainment shooter Line of Sight and turning it into a free-to-play game. Of course, though, after a $5 early access period. The game itself looks pretty generic, but there are some extensive weapon customization options, you can hurl fireballs, and apparently there's also zombies. I wonder what Game will revive next. Release 1.6 for Orcs Must Die Unchained is now live, adding several new maps, new features, and new updates to heroes and mechanics. But what's been removed is maybe the biggest news, as this update removes the PvP siege mode that was at the heart of the game's original design. In its spot, 10 new battlegrounds, a new prologue feature, weekly challenges, a survival pass for bonus experience, and more have been added. As promised with the removal of Siege, accounts have been reset and DLC and bundles are being refunded with their value in gold plus a generous 50% on top of that. Pretty nice of the devs to do that, but still unfortunate for those who enjoyed the mode. Remember that big Paragon revamp we discussed not too long ago? Well, Epic Games has finally released it for their free-to-play MOBA. The Monolith update adds a new map and revamps gameplay, focusing on increasing the amount of action by amping up the speed of animations and such. The new map, on the other hand, is more compact than the original, making traveling time shorter and ganking potential greater. There are a ton of other changes that this update brings, which ultimately makes it feel like a whole new game. Played about 10 matches myself ever since the update hit, and I'm extremely impressed. My only complaint is the match length, as all my games have been about 50 minutes to an hour long. If they can bring it down to about 30 or 40 minutes, that would make it perfect in my opinion. Gotta give them an A+. Despite that though, it takes balls to change your game to that extent. The long-running free-to-play MMORPG Allods Online has a new update coming out soon called Immortality. This update will bring forth the game's 8th playable race, one made up of divine creatures called the Aids. The Aids have a unique relationship with the universe and arrived in the world with memories that predate even their own race. Seem familiar at all? However, considering this is Allods 8.0 updates, it only contains a race, which is kind of lacking. So, I got a question for you guys. It's time for the question of the week. On last week's show, I asked if you guys like cinematic trailers. The majority of you guys said no, unless gameplay is revealed first, but a user by the name of I Am Me had a slightly different opinion and stated the following. They are nice to watch and an opportunity to get a first look at the developer as well as the game world, but they are a bad business practice that most people just accept nowadays. They have nothing to do with the game and are even sometimes misleading. No Man's Sky. Thanks for all your guys' responses, and as always, if you want your comment possibly featured in next week's show, make sure to leave a comment down below. This week's question is, are new races enough content for a new update? Personally, I'd expect at least something else alongside it, but depending on the content frequency, I guess it can be an alright addition. Last up in the news this week, the next update for Blizzard's free-to-play MOBA Heroes of the Storm has hit the public test realm, and it's brought everything from holiday fun to an all-new fiery hero. This update will bring forth Ragnaros, Destroyer of Ladens, a new battleground, and reworks galore. The new battleground is a one-laner named Silver City. It is a Diablo-themed map and can be currently found in custom games until officially launched. If you want to check out the new update on the PTR before it officially goes live, you'll have until the 12th of this month to check it out. Speaking of checking things out, be sure to head on over to mmobomb.com and check out that giveaways page. Once you do, be sure to bookmark it and check it daily to ensure you never miss one. As for myself, signing out until next week's show, my name is Zach Sharps and I'll catch you guys next time.